Hey everybody! In this video I will show you how to make an accordion book using the supplies from the Mixed Media Inspired subscription. I'm using Botanical printed playing cards as the base of my accordion book, and then I will also be using some papers from the Artsy Collage variety pack to layer and glue on top of these cards for more texture and color. So you can see I ripped this piece of paper in half, and then I'm just tracing around the back of the card and cutting it out with my scissors so that this piece of paper will fit the card perfectly. I'm gluing everything down with Distress Collage Medium and a Collage Medium brush, and this will permanently seal the papers to the cards and also protect the paper so that I can layer more things on top of it later on. And I'm going to do these exact same steps in different amounts of paper on all of the cards and also on the backs of the cards so that I will be ready to move on to the next step of adding some color on top of the card. After everything is dry, I am laying out these cards on top of a piece of white paper and then spraying Dina Wakley Media gloss spray in syrup. And you can see as I am spraying, all of the overspray is going onto this piece of paper, which I can save for a later project and cut things out so I'm not wasting spray. I'm also lifting up a few of the cards and spraying a little closer to them and then shaking them a little bit so that I'm creating drips and drops and movement within the gloss spray. And then I'm going to lay it down on this paper and let them dry 100%. I'm going to let them air dry. And when they're 100% dry, I'm going to flip them over and do those exact same steps on the backs of these cards. So once again, I'm spraying with the gloss spray, and then I'm also going to lift the cards up and allow that gloss spray to run and drip. And the cool thing about gloss spray is that it will dry 100% permanent, so I can get the look and feel of a spray, but the permanency of paint. So it's a really unique, fun product to play with. And then once I have this looking how I want it to be, I'm going to leave it alone and let it air dry. Now I'm ready to add a few doodles to all of these cards, and I'm using a Posca paint pen in light orange to just add some botanical doodles to all of the cards. And then I'm going to use a redesign transfer sheet rub-on to adhere onto these cards. So all I did is cut out the image that I want to use out of the larger sheet. And then I removed the white backing piece, and now I'm just lining it up how I want it to look on my card before I place it down on the card and push with my fingers to start that connection. And then I'm going to use a remnant rub tool to completely 100% go over the entire design. And when I'm confident that the design is 100% transferred, I'm going to gently lift the top clear sheet and reveal the transferred image. After I have all of my transfers in place and I'm happy with them, I'm grabbing my two favorite texture stamps. One is a dotted line and the other one is an old-fashioned script writing. And I'm going to be doing random stamping all over these cards with black archival ink. And I don't actually know what the names of these two stamps are, so I apologize. They're the only wood mount stamps I still own, and I can never part with them because I love them so much. While that stamping ink is drying, I am grabbing a couple of the cork images that come in the Artsy Variety Pack, and I'm rubbing over them gently with a little bit of Dina Wakley Media paint on my finger. So this is night paint because I want them to be navy instead of brown. So I'm just going over the top of them very gently with my finger, just rubbing over the top of them to make them be navy blue. I'm not soaking them too much because I don't want the cork to disintegrate. So this is just lightly on top with my finger, and then I'm going to let these air dry again. Now I'm ready to start adding some elements to my card. So grabbing some acetate images from that variety pack, I'm just going to glue them down onto my cards and then trim away any excess with my scissors. So this is a film strip, and I'm going to cut off part of that and also use the other end on another area of the card and a few other of the acetate images to just put randomly on these cards until I'm happy with the overall look. Then I'm going to grab my cork images that I colored earlier with paint and also stick those down. So these are actually stickers, so I'm just peeling off the backing and sticking them on. And now I'm ready to start sticking these cards together to create the accordion fold. As you can see, I am lining up these cards so that the edges match and a very small gap in the middle. And then I'm going to stick them together with Dina Wakley Media blank media tape. And you need to maintain that small gap between the two cards so there's room that you can actually fold this accordion after we have it all assembled. And I'm sealing down this media tape with a bone folder so that I have a really, really good connection between the card and the tape so this lasts and stays permanent. When I'm sure that I have that tape sealed down permanently, I'm just flipping the card over and doing the exact same thing on the opposite side, sticking down the media tape and then sealing it with my bone folder. You may also notice that I did line up the tape exactly, but if it isn't quite on the matching up, it is okay. It's not really going to matter in the long run because we will be trimming away all the excess, as you see now with my scissors, so that the edge of the tape is actually flush with the edge of the two cards. And that's why it's important to try to get these cards to match so that all of the edges line up. But again, if it's a little bit off, it is okay because it adds to the homemade nature of this accordion playing card book. And I'm going to keep doing this until I have all 5 of my cards taped together on both sides. And then I'm laying it out flat on my work surface and just sprinkling some more gloss spray on top to add some splatters. Then I'm grabbing a Tim Holtz Ideology clipping sticker book and I'm just pulling a few random quotes out of this sticker book, things that I think kind of fit the botanical feel, the homemade feel of this, and I'm adding them randomly over all of the cards until I'm happy with the overall look. After everything's dry, we're ready to start folding together our accordion book. So all you're going to do is grab one end and start folding it back and forth in a zigzag pattern to create this accordion fold. So if you were looking at it from above, it would have the shape of the letter W or M, depending on how you look at it. And with that, your accordion book is ready to be displayed and enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got ideas and were inspired to create your own accordion fold book. If so, I would love to see them, so take a picture and post it on social media with hashtag ArtJournalJunction. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so YouTube knows you want to see more of our mixed media videos in the future.